Hi, everybody. I am starting my day by going over my face with my wonderful Biore micellar water that I use all the time, that you know that I love. This thing is phenomenal. It has made such a difference in my routine. I use it every single day, and it just makes my face feel squeaky clean, and I love it. Okay. I had put on lipstick, and now taking it off. And I just want to get the rest of this done so that I can start putting my face on for today. It's an absolutely beautiful day in a world that we still don't quite understand. We try to listen to all the little bits and pieces of information and still continue every day to adjust to our new normal. I'm very grateful for any constants in my world at this point. There are not that many. So much of what I'm doing is on a different level and a different basis. And again, as I say, it makes it harder for me just being alone here, because I talk to people all the time, and I'm fortunate to have the friends that I do have. But it's not the same as having somebody in your personal space. I tweezed the other day, by the way, and I got this little thing, that little mark there. I guess I must have pinched myself with the tweezer. So that was not good. By the way, a little aside, it's been a long time since I've done the video about whether or not you should shave your face, and having gotten those razors. In the beginning, I thought it was a great idea. If I could go back in time and rewind it, I would not have started, because once you start, based upon my experience, you're committed to it. I don't love it. I really don't. I have this, what is it, a 5 o'clock shadow? I get these little hairs on my chin that make me look like a billy goat. All in all, it's not fun. So that's it. Okay. What I'm going to do today is kind of talk to you as I do a get ready with me, because I haven't done it in a long time and it has been requested. So here we go. You can still see the deep circles under my eyes. I find that the people that I talk to very often call me at night, call me late at night. So I'm not getting a whole lot of sleep, and I'm sleeping later in the morning. I'm getting into a routine that I don't love, and I'm hoping that that will change. But I'm in a place now. I have not been going out much in the past few weeks at all. I mean, I did a little bit, and I'm still going out when I need to. If it's a get ready with me, I should get ready, right? Right. Okay. Let me start. Okay. I'm going to start once again with my water drench, and I'm running low on it again. And this is my absolute be-all and end-all for me. There is nothing else like it. It is extremely hydrating. And by the way, I hope you're all hydrating on the inside as much as we need to hydrate on the outside, because in trying to stay safe in the current environment with the virus around, we really need to make sure that we stay hydrated. I also am a big believer in vitamin C, which I have talked to you about in the past, and I certainly make sure that I have it every day. I take 1,000 milligrams in the morning, I take 1,000 milligrams at night, and I want to make sure that I give my body a fighting chance to fight off anything. So, it helps the body heal itself. So I am a big believer in that. The second thing I'm going to do is, I still have some of my Tatcha Luminous Deep Hydration Firming Cream, and that is really wonderful. So I'm going to use that as well. It takes just a little bead of it. And again, I have said this in the past, I love the smell of this thing. It reminds me of the old Bath and Body Works fragrance of white tea and ginger, which was one of my favorites. I don't know if you notice it, but for me, anytime I fall in love with any kind of a fragrance, or for that matter, any product, they discontinue it. Why is that? It's like Jerry likes it, get rid of it, quick. Okay, so I'm gonna do this. Now, I didn't bring the, I don't have anything left here. This is an empty one of my Emisam Aqua Intense Hyaluron Cream. It's wonderful, but I'm out of it, so I'm just gonna have to stick with what I did use in terms of my hydration. Yeah, there's nothing left here. Now, I find that what I have been using a lot lately, and it surprised me, quite frankly, is that the company had sent me this product a while ago, and I had done a 30-day challenge with it. This is the L'Oreal Age Perfect Cell Renewal. And I didn't know if I was going to continue to use it. That's always the test for me, whether I use it after the challenge is over, and I have been. I've been using it a lot. It's a moisturizer. I don't use it alone, and I use it essentially as it's tinted. So I use it instead of wearing makeup most of the time, which reminds me I have to wash my makeup brushes. I've been not as on top of that as I should have been. And during this time, we all know that we really need to keep everything extremely clean. By the way, that whole thing that they're doing now about telling us how important it is all of a sudden, all of us to wear masks, and they're really not telling us to wear masks or some kind of a face covering, whether it be a bandana or whether it be a scarf or some kind of a mask. And people are making a lot of their own masks. I saw the most incredible YouTube video on this woman making a mask out of a man's boxer shorts made out of a cotton jersey, and it was phenomenal. I looked for it. I couldn't find the link. If I find it, I'll put it in the see more below and show it to you, because it gave me a chuckle and it was incredible. In any case, I have a few masks. I know you're not supposed to keep wearing them. It's difficult, but I will wear it because I have to go out today. I sold a couple of products from my closet on Poshmark, and I have to mail them out today. So I will get that done, and I'm going to stop and get some pizza. So it's a real quick run in, run out kind of thing, and there's nobody there. But what they say about wearing the masks now is that it's really more for everybody out there than it is for us. I look a little bit like I've got some kind of red marking here today. So I think what I'm going to do is, normally I would not do this, but I have this Sephora. This is my summer makeup that I've shown you before. It's the Sephora Perfect Mist Airbrush Foundation. And I use, move the camera. I use my big kabuki brush with it. So I'm just going to do this because it's a very light coverage. Oh, I thought there was nothing in here. It's a very light coverage, but it will cover this thing, so that's good. Just a tiny bit. Okay, I'm going to do my brushes tonight and make sure that they are all clean and ready to go for next time. In any case, they're telling us to wear masks, and they're really telling us to wear masks less for ourselves than for everybody else out there, because the feeling is, even if it's not a medical grade mask and they don't want you, I know I touched my face, they don't want you using a medical grade mask, because the medical grade masks they want for the first responders and the front line people to make sure that they're kept safe during this. And that's certainly understandable. But if we wear a mask, any kind of a face covering, if each one of us wears it, it's so that we don't get the droplets on somebody else in case we happen to have the COVID virus and don't know it yet. We should wear it again, because if we are talking to somebody and if we, sometimes you expel a few droplets when you're talking, you spit. And if, God forbid, somebody coughs or sneezes, the droplets are not going to be in the air affecting everybody else. So that's the reasoning behind it. So I think it's a good idea for everybody to do it. And the last time I went out, I was really surprised. Everybody I encountered had it. I'm using my butter bronzer just to give myself a little definition. I'm not doing anything too fancy today for a number of reasons. I mean, I'm not doing anything special. Going to the post office. The people in the post office know me well enough that I don't have to dress up for them. But I'm really doing this for me. I find typically in my world, I do my makeup every single day. Even if I know I'm not going to see anybody, I do it for me. I do it so that I feel as if I can face the world. If I happen to pass by a mirror, I don't look sickly, or I don't look, as if I don't care. So I want to do this. I'm using a little bit of my Laura Geller, Beauty Ingenuity. This is Sugar-Free Blush and Brighten Boysenberry is the color on this one. And it's just for a little bit of color in here. And that is it. My dogs just heard a car door outside. That's another thing that really is astounding. And I live in a very populated area and on a busy street. So there is always traffic. There are always sounds and people. And it's been so quiet. Last night when I went to throw the garbage out, there was one car parked on my side of the street, nothing parked across the street. Very strange times. I've lived here for a long time, and this is all new, so very, very strange for me. And I have to get used to it. I don't know about you, but it takes getting used to. Okay, what am I doing next? All right, I don't like the way this looks, so if I can find it, I'm going to use my Miraness Shona Concealer Ombre Stick, and I'm just going to do a quick little line here to give me that line of demarcation, and it has more of a cut look to it, so that is something I like better. And I'll do it on this side as well, just a tiny little bit. There we go. And as I say, I'm not going to do a whole lot today. I'm going to work on my eyeshadow stuff. This thing is going to get to be a long video, and that was, not the intention. I took way too much of this, and I'm running very low on it, so Lord knows I don't want to use it up. There's just not a lot of anything left. Well, that's not true. I do have a lot of some things. I also came across when I had, several years ago, when I bought a whole number of scents because I wanted to try some new ones, and I came across my old scent. My favorite scent for many, many years was Bal Versailles. I used to get it from Paris, and it was wonderful. And the reason I started with that scent was many, many, many years ago. It was my first full-time job, and there was a woman who came into the place, and she smelled incredible, and I said, "Excuse me, what is that you're wearing?" And she told me it was Bal Versailles, and I started to wear it back then. They have since had several different iterations of it. It was off the market, then it was back on. It is not the same scent that it was back in the day. However, it still is really nice. It's not as good as it was back then, but it's still very nice. I'm just going to use my Temptress palette today. I'm kind of using whatever's handy because it sort of doesn't matter. As I say, I'm going out just to do a few utilitarian things, and that's it. I'm going to start with Sorcery, which is the silver, and I can kind of build any color from that, so that's why I'm using that as my base on my mobile lid. And I find that putting this on with my finger is the most effective way to do it. My hands are always clean, so I don't have to worry about that. I will then take this, clean my fingers off. Okay, by the way, having nothing to do with anything, I've been trying to list things on my store and trying to figure out, the best things to do and keep busy with things that are productive. And Linda had given me, I think 4 of these dishes. They are at least silver plate, and I did clean them up some because they were showing a lot of tarnish. And it looks almost hand painted on this side and the glass. All I know, she told me that she had been told it was from the 1920s, and I have no idea what it is. So if anybody has any familiarity with these things, let me know what you think, because I want to list them and I don't have a single clue how to list them and what to call them. Okay, on that note, I'm going to now do my transition color. I only have one transition color on this, and it's called Courage. It's kind of a warm taupey color, and that'll do just fine for now because, as I say, it's not any kind of a big deal at all. You know, I'm talking to people from all over, and a lot of people like myself, you know, one day you have a good day or a decent day or a productive day or a day in which you say to yourself, I will get through this. And then the next day can be the exact opposite, and you can be depressed beyond belief. And I find when I get like that, the things that I typically like to watch on television to distract me don't work. I have to do other things. I find for me, strangely maybe, the one thing that works to distract me always is watching Shark Tank. I love Shark Tank. I love all the sharks. I think each one has his or her own charms as one gets to know them, as much as we might not have thought that in the beginning about some of them. But I love to watch the show, and it has taught me so much over the years. And I love to see how it goes in terms of the presentations and who gets what. And some of these people have just done so well with it. I was laughing because I was watching the Squatty Potty thing. They were doing an update on it and saying, I forgot what they said. The sales were astronomical. I forgot what they were. But I said to myself, it was really funny because before they did the Squatty Potty, I had done that in my own house. I had come up with something that I lifted my feet onto. And I remember thinking, wow, this thing really feels comfortable. It really works. But I didn't take it that next step because it was quite a long time before they came out with it. So it's interesting. I think we all have ideas that can turn into something, but we don't think of it that way sometimes. Although I must say that I did say recently, if I had any way of making toilet paper, I'd make a fortune. How strange is it there still this toilet paper thing? I have since tried every kind of toilet paper because at this stage you'll buy whatever they have. Some are good, some not so much. Okay, what color am I going to go with today? I think I tend to default to the blues when I'm not sure what I want. So I'm going to go with the dark blue called Thunder. It's a pretty color, actually. I'm going to go into the corner. Oh, there we go with the phone again. Pretty color. Okay. Now I do it this easy way now, and then I just bring a little bit of the color across. And I am going to just blend. Such a simple thing, really. And what I have taken to doing lately, some of the time, is I will do a black line instead of the blue, but I think for today I'm going to do the blue. If I can find that short little flat brush. It would be so much better if I came to these things prepared, but you know, everything I do here is a cappella. Maybe not the best idea, but it is what it is. Okay, this is not at all my favorite brush. As a matter of fact, I would call it my least favorite brush. It's a little bit rough, but it is that angled brush, and I think it'll work just fine for the line that I'm going to do. Yeah, I hate the way it feels. It feels irritating. I don't like it at all. So I'm just putting a little line just at the lash line so that when I put my mascara on, it'll give it a little bit of definition there. Oh, do I hate this brush. Wow. Do not get this brush. I know, what is it, right? It's a Bare Essentials brush, but it's from a very long time ago, so it probably is not available anyway. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to do a little bit of my concealer and try to get rid of just a little bit of that. I can't do too much about it. I'm not sleeping well, so it is what it is. It's going to be a problem until it's not. I'm going to use my flat brush, and as I say, I need to clean my brushes, so bear with me. I like to, why? It looks like I got blue on the brush. It's not wonderful. That is not wonderful, my friends. Look at that. I look like I'm ghoulish. Okay, so much for that. Seemed like a good idea at the time, so let me take a tiny bit more of this and put it in there. See if it'll make a difference. Son of a gun. I must have used this brush accidentally to do something with color, because I've always just used for this. Look at me. I'm blue every... Talk about doing it a cappella. Wow. Oh, I often think of that Andy Griffith show. I don't know if any of you remember it, where Barney is singing for this group, and he takes Rafe with him at the suggestion of Andy Griffith. Andy Griffith? And he said he doesn't want to do it. So he says to Rafe, he says, well, you can't do that. What if they ask you to sing a cappella? You wouldn't be able to sing a cappella. And so Andy looks at him and he says, and could you sing a cappella, Barney? And he says, well, of course I could. He said, why don't you sing a little for us? So he goes, a cappella, a cappella, a cappella. It's funny, the things that kind of stick with you. Okay, I am doing a god-awful job today. My apologies. I typically do better than this, as you know. And it is what it is. There we go. That is my wet cleaner, so then I can get my hand cleaner. Okay. This is getting really long. It's now 24 minutes. Well, maybe I'll do a little bit of dicing and slicing here, but it's over 20 minutes, and that is not good because I'm not finished. And I don't know how much you want me to finish of the nitty-gritty here, but typically I know you enjoy when I do that, so I'm going to try to do as much as possible. This is the interesting Marinette Studio Magic BB Pore Powder that I got furious when they sent me, because they sent me the wrong thing. I had wanted the white one, and they sent me this nude shade, and I hated it. I sent it back to them once. They sent me the wrong thing a second time. So I finally said, the heck with it. I'm not returning it again. And I decided to try it, and coincidentally, I love it. So it just goes to show you, sometimes what looks like the wrong thing in the end turns out to be the right thing. So I'm extremely happy with it. I have no problems at all. Okay, so let's see. Let me get this one done. I'm really doing such a sloppy job today. I'm sorry. I hope it's helpful nevertheless. Oh, my nose. This is not good. I know, folks. don't touch your face. Oh boy. I want a cup of tea so badly. Did I get blue? I did. I got blue on my face. This is not good. All right, let me take that off. Okay. At least I'm not blue. Oh my God. I apologize. This is not the typical job I do. You know that. All right, I need to define. This is my NARS. This is very old, Palm Beach. And this I use, it's a bronzer. I use it really just to define. And it always takes me back to whoever it was who said that her brother asked her why she had brown streaks down the side of her nose. I'm using my rotating brush just to work it in. And then I'll just finish it off. So it defines, but it doesn't leave a line of demarcation. Okay. I need to put my mascara on. I'm just going to use, and I have a lot of my lashes have, I don't know if I can do this without a mirror. I probably should use the mirror. Let me do that. This is the cosmetics. Who can see this? Look at the size of that writing. Let's see. It is called Bryn Rich Black. And I love it. I mean, I really love this. I had shown it to you once before, and I asked you what you thought of it. And a lot of you seem to think it really made a difference for me. I know for me, I feel that way. It takes my wimpy little lashes and makes them look substantially better. Take a look at that. Look at my left eye. Look at my right eye. I think there's a huge difference, and I haven't even done the bottom yet. Oh, I haven't put the line under my eye either. What is wrong with me today? Son of a gun. Okay. All right, I'm going to do the other eye off camera, and I'll come back. This is crazy. It's getting way too long. Okay, I have both eyes done now. Now I'm going to do my brows, and I always brush down, and I'm using my NYX Sculpt and Highlight, and it has the color for your brows, and it has a highlight color for under your brow bone, and that's stuck. There we go. So it's good. I really like these a lot, and I've had this for a long time. All right, so what I'm going to do at this point, I need a mirror. I can't do it in the camera, on the screen. Okay, so I'm just going to do my line here. And then I'll take my brush again and brush it up. Okay, the same here. And I still have to tweeze. I'm nowhere near finished, but it's a start. Okay, and by the way, this was part of a Miraness kit that I had gotten a long time ago. So this is the comb on one side, and it has a spoolie on the other side. And I find it really handy. So I've kept that around. And I am now going to put the highlight under the brow bone. Okay, let me do that. Okay, just a little bit. All I have to do at this point is put on my lipstick, and I still keep using these old Jordana liner pencils, which I love. I haven't bought anything new when it comes to lip liner. Okay. And what I've been doing lately, I think I actually have it. These old Mironess double-sided, it's not double-sided, it's called Empire or Ampere, I'm not sure which it is. It's multi-tone. It has the two colors on it. So I don't like the way this thing functions. I probably would not buy it again. Oops, it is broken. On that note, let me push it down and see if I can use it. That's the problem. It breaks off easily. Totally breaking off. Puts a little bit of two colors at the same time. And I think the concept is good. I don't like the delivery system at all on this particular product. Then what I'm gonna do is do what I typically do and highlight just the center of my lips to give it that sun-kissed kind of look. Then I'll do my hair, put on my perfume, and go. So that's it. And once again, what we're doing here, we are all doing the same thing. We're trying to survive this. We are just trying to get through it and hopefully come out better people than we were when we went in. We'll certainly learn some lessons. And it is definitely, it is the world being put on pause. And it's like, take a look at yourselves. It's time to make some changes in the world. And I hope that we can make them well. I think some of the things have been really wonderful in terms of people caring about each other and trying to help. And of course, the other side of life comes out as well in terms of the people who have hoarded and tried to take advantage of other people in trouble. So on that note, my friends, I will see you very soon. We'll get through this together. We will all get through it together. Prayers for all those affected by it. Anybody who is suffering at this moment in time, anybody who has lost anybody to this dread disease, God bless them, and my prayers go out to all of them. My prayers go out to you as well. I want you to take this time and just love yourself and know that you're going to make it through this. We'll talk on the lives, and I will see you soon, my friends. Take care. Bye-bye.